So Gomen I'm sorry I didn't do last week's or 2 weeks ago's One Piece, but I'll briefly talk about it and talk about the latest chapter as well, getting into some interesting waters because we wanted to see Elbaf for a while, you know what I'm saying? So we finally got there. The last chapter, just to briefly summarize from what I can remember what went down, Luffy once again with the picture, Big Mom went crazy, they said that she awakened, a lot of shit there, and pretty much that's what led into this flashback so we can understand Big Mom more. Personally, I thought the chapter, it was pretty damn good, it was pretty damn enjoyable. And then also as well, Sanji came to save his fam. I ain't gonna lie, seeing Reiju with the gun to her head, I was like, bro, you could kill Papa Vinsmoke, you could kill Judge, you could kill Yonji, whatever the fuck, Niji, all of them, kill them all, fuck it. But why the Bay Reiju? Why? Why? And I was glad when Sanji came through, even though the rest of them, kill him, Papa Vinsmoke, you a fraud. They're frauds. Bottom line, except Reiju. That's the bay right there. So Sanji coming through, I expected it. I don't expect the brothers to change. I hope because the father has some emotion somewhat in him. I mean, he was crying like a bitch the chapter before that. Maybe he can come and realize, well, shit, Sanji's actually not that bad of a guy. I fucked up. I'm a piece of shit. And we could see some change, but who knows? With the Vinsmoke, it's been so many disgusting things with them that I don't expect anything other than bitterness and garbage from the Vinsmoke. But it was nice to see Sanji have a little moment in there. But then this week's chapter, bam. Years ago, Elbaf, seeing Big Mom as a little one. It was interesting because I thought there was a possibility that Hero could explain that Big Mom was once, you know, a skinny little girl and, you know, she got an eating disorder. But we find out, and I think that this flashback, opposed to many, many flashbacks we've had in One Piece, which tries to make a character seem sympathetic, I think to a certain degree, this was more so characterizing Big Mom as she's always been a monster. She was good in a sense because everything she was trying to do as a little kid was good. Like, oh, he has extra gills, I was just ripping it off. He had an extra joint, I was just ripping it off. She was trying to do good things. She's misunderstood in a certain way, to be honest with you. Well, now as an adult it's a different case, but as a child she was just, bottom line, misunderstood. She had good intentions, but she was crazy. So we find out a little bit more. We got to see Mother Caramel as well. Let's talk about Mother Caramel. Let's talk about her characteristics, because it seems to me, if I made a comparison to Mother Caramel, and probably like 99.9% of you guys aren't gonna know who the fuck I'm talking about, but it reminds me of Bates Motel. It reminds me of Norma Bates covering up for her son Norman Bates. You know, Norman Bates, the crazy psychotic killer. That's what Mother Caramel kind of reminded me of. Every time Big Mom would do some fucked up things, oh, she didn't mean to. Oh, little Lin Lin is a good girl, actually. I felt as though she was constantly being somewhat of an enabler to a certain degree for Big Mom. It's like every time Big Mom did something wrong as a child, Mother Caramel was there for her. And kind of makes me question, like, well, was she that damn good, or was she just completely stupid as fuck? Because to me, if this little fucking monster is hurting all the other kids in the orphanage, which of course that was another thing that was kind of already hinted once we saw Mother Caramel, and I suspected that you know, she had an orphanage or something like that, it for the most part showed just Big Mom and what she was as a child, and she was a monster. And you see all the kids that had to go through so many different horrible things because of Big Mom. So I understand, like, looking at Big Mom now, why she has such an attachment for this woman, Mother Caramel. We still don't completely have all the facts of what happened to her, but this woman went through the ringer for Big Mom. She would let anything happen, you know, that Big Mom did wrong and excuse it or brush it under the rug and shit like that. So that's definitely a great explanation as to why Big Mom loves her so much or cares for her so much. So interesting stuff there. We also see that Big Mom was basically abandoned, and I mean, from the beginning of the chapter, it already started making me think, oh, okay, so Big Mom's like this from a long time ago. Because you see in the beginning that her family abandoned her, like, no, she's too fucking crazy, you know, we can't deal with this. So it was interesting to see, and that's probably why Big Mom is so heartless. I feel as though this flashback, again, it's not being sympathetic. It's not trying to make you feel bad for Big Mom, because she was crazy. She had good intentions, yes. She was a good little kid, yes, but she was horrible at the way she executed shit. Oh, you got a fly on you? Let me smack that shit off, and then she breaks somebody's bones. So then we get the fasting, which I ain't gonna lie, if I wanted to sum up the chapter in very small amount of words, it would have been, oh shit, Big Mom's been fat her whole life. Hey, welcome to the club. No. So then throughout the chapter, we get to see holy shit, Big Mom fucked up Elbaf, and it's starting to piece things together, why she wants certain things and what the marriage was. And it was nice to see, well, I can't pronounce his name properly, I think it's Hadujin, something like that, the giant that was at the Coliseum in Dressrosa, and seeing that he had a connection with Big Mom as well. A lot of pieces are going nicely together, and I love how Oda does that. I mean, do I really need to stress about how fucking Oda just does great things of connecting things and making things foreshadow and shit like that? No, I don't. Really good stuff there, but my gosh, Big Mom, like, as a child, she was a monster. And I'm willing to bet, to a certain degree, after what happened, the Elbaf people, or the person that was about to kill Big Mom right there, something happens where either Mother Caramel gives up her life for Big Mom, or they run away together, and in order to save her, Mother Caramel dies or disappears, something along the lines of that. That's where I'm guessing it's heading, and that's why Big Mom constantly says, "Where did you go, Mother Caramel? Where did you go?" So, more than likely, she's gonna take the L for Big Mom, and it's kind of like, damn, you know, she was too nice to the point where it was a flaw. It was flawed niceness, because it's like, yeah, okay, she is a little kid. Yeah, you know, you gotta excuse some shit, but god fucking damn, if she's hurting all the kids, if she's a danger to everybody, why the fuck are you gonna continue on for this little girl that she's a monster, especially with the fasting? Oh my god, you cannot do it. Like, yo, I'm a big motherfucker, right? You know what I'm saying? You take away food from me for a day, I'm already a little bit like, ooh. 2 days, I'm already like, oh fuck. 3 days, I'm grabbing a British man's neck and choking the fuck out of him. That's just the way it is. Now imagine, what was it, like over a week? Big Mom without food. On top of that, she's crazy and delusional. Yeah, some bad stuff was gonna happen. So definitely interesting to see that. At the end of the day, bottom line, to sum it up with Big Mom, she was fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? The things that triggered her, it was out of this world, and it started off even as a kid. So when they were talking about how she screeches when she gets crazy and nuts and shit like that, that's why, because she's been bonkers since a little kid. Both chapters as a whole, personally, I like the latest one more than last week's one, even though last week's one was pretty bomb as well. You had fucking Capone saying, "You're about to take a dirt nap." I love that shit. I love those fucking mafioso, godfather ass shit that he be saying. I love it. So really cool shit with that one, but I liked a lot more of the information we got in this week's chapter. It kind of was really getting into who Big Mom is, why she does the things she does, why she acts the way she acts, and I digs it. I really enjoyed the latest chapter more than last week's. Not that I even didn't like last week's or 2 weeks ago's chapter. It was more so just like, this chapter, I like the information, and I think it did a good job with that. I don't see this flashback lasting that long, to be honest with you. Maybe 2 more chapters. I want to get more explanations as to who it was that was supposed to be a part of the marriage. Was Big Mom going to marry Harujin with her daughter? Because remember, her daughter, one of the reasons she ran away is because she didn't want to get married. Maybe that's what she was trying to do, because she wanted to connect with Elbaf again. Maybe she's trying to connect with Elbaf so that way that she can one day go back to there to look for Mother Caramel. A lot of interesting things there. Personally, though, I thought, I mean, it's Oda. He's doing a great job with both of them. A little bit slow with certain aspects, and I think in the latest chapter, a bit too much on Big Mom eating, but it was trying to but it was trying really hard to push the characterization of, hey, she's fat, which is something we already knew, and she likes to fucking eat. We kind of knew that already, so a little bit on that, but aside from that, really interesting chapter. Really curious what you guys think about a couple different things. For starters, Mother Caramel. Was she too nice to a flaw? Was it just something else? I mean, she let Big Mom get away with fucking murder. Big Mom, what do you think about her backstory so far? Do you feel as though it was pushing more so towards that it's sympathetic, like, you know, just, oh, I feel bad for her? Personally, I don't think that way. I think that is showing that she was a monster from day one. She was misunderstood to a certain degree because she was trying to do nice things, but at the end of the day, she's crazy. She's batshit fucking crazy. Also, what do you think about the 2 weeks ago chapter? If you remember what went down, how did you feel about Big Mom fucking flipping out and shit like that? And do you think that it could have potentially been Harujin, the guy from Elbaf that was gonna marry Big Mom's daughter, or there's some connections there? All around curious shit. And overall thoughts of these 2 chapters. Yeah, sorry for the delay, but I got both of them in one video, so hey. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.